Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be going over two things here. My level 48 Metagross, I just got to Best Buddy. We did see that in the Hydreigon video, but we're going to be doing a little bit more serious battles here with our real team, and also discussing something in the future and an image somebody made on Reddit, and that is going to be having 6 Pokemon going into Go Battle League and picking 3, kind of like the main series games where you have your full team. When you do get matched up with somebody, you can see their 6 Pokemon. And in the main games, you do have a timer to pick your team, of course, and if you don't, well, it'll just pick the first 3 that you have lined up, and I would assume that can work the same way for Pokemon Go. So that would be pretty interesting. I think it would slightly shift the meta. The meta Pokemon are still going to be there, but I feel like a lot of these meta picks are just solid Pokemon that can go into a battle and just face everything. If you are able to see somebody's team and strategize around it, it's going to be a bit of a different strategy, slightly. The meta is still going to be there, of course. I'm not saying that it's just going to disappear and everything's going to shift, but it's going to be a lot more strategic in you having to pick your team. So this is the image that they did make, Daniel. I will put a link down below. Go ahead and go over there and give that post a like. And it's a very nice visual here. I must say, the very well-balanced teams that they did put together here for the example. So as you can see, pick 3, and then you'll have 6 Pokemon. Now, if you do not like this idea and you kind of want to keep to the model that they do have now, that's, fine. If they can just have it so you can do this and then just go into the classic mode. I guess we're starting to branch off into a bunch of different modes of when other options are going to be available, like the open, master, and then the premier. It's just going to become, I don't want to say clustery, but just so many different options. It could be simplified, and it is really not that difficult, but hence the name Pokemon Go. It's kind of like a move situation, and it shouldn't get too complicated. And here are some notes by the creator of this image here as well. And then somebody did go on to say that developers did post an image of a 6-team pick 3 a long time ago for PvP. So that is very interesting. We might see this introduced in the future. It would make sense. But, this game is just always moving forward. And I feel like Niantic likes to make big moves for the better. And I feel like this could make people who potentially didn't really like PvP maybe want to come back to it. Or people who are just never even interested in it in general, maybe they're like, this sounds a little bit more reasonable instead of just throwing 3 blind Pokemon into battle here. I know it's Pokemon Go, and, sometimes you just simply get hard countered through and through. And if there's people out there who tell you, if you don't have a good team that can, get countered at the beginning, and then if you can't come back from that, you need to rebuild your team or you need to get good. Don't listen to a lot of these people. I mean, this is not all of them. Some of these, I'm not going to categorize them, but I tried reasoning and asking questions, and it's just like always an excuse after excuse, exception to the rule. And I just don't see how people can listen to advice from people like that. So what I'm trying to say is basically, don't feel frustrated if you keep getting countered and you think you're not good at this game. It's kind of difficult going into simply blind battles. So having this would be potential fun. And you could get hard countered this way too, right? So you're not going to be invincible from that in Go Battle League, right? Just the way it works. And yes, you do have to work around that battle lead once in a while. It could be hard, it could be easy, it could maybe even be beneficial to your team, and you need a counter in the lead to hit you, so you can start doing all that swapping around and bait out a specific Pokemon. So having show 6 pick 3 could be pretty fun. Do I ever think doubles will come to this? I don't know, but I'm gonna say this. Let's take it back a while. I'm not going to throw up any images. All you got to do is do a search. And I know a lot of you from back in the day will remember this. And that is going to be, they showed a trailer, but we can't take everything that they showed in the trailer with like a grain of salt, or even just throw it out the window completely. Okay, for Pokemon Go. So a long time ago, they showed some people going into some skate park or something, and it was like girls versus boys, and it was like a 3 versus 3 battle, to be honest, or something like that. Could we ever see that? Maybe. I'm not going to rule it out, potentially, but I don't say get your hopes up for it, because, the state of if this game was running smooth and it was like not perfect, but for the most part, it didn't see all the issues that it did have, I would start being extremely optimistic for more things. And I will be optimistic for more things, but I won't encourage newer updates like this, because The game as it is right now needs to be worked on. Let's be realistic. Unfortunately, that's just the honest truth, and we all know it. This game is just messed up, all right? And if anybody from Niantic is watching this, I don't mean anything by that. I live by this game. I really enjoy this and what you've done to it. It's a fun game. But there's a lot of things that need to be worked on. And you don't have to hear it from me. The community is voicing their opinion and telling you this stuff. And, you know, you get the generic replies. I know you can't reply to everybody. But anyways, we're just kind of ranting at this point. We're just kind of talking about a specific subject. And this is all leading up to this whole, you know, should they put in more things into the game or just leave it as it is? At this point, it would be fun for some switch up like that, but probably not going to happen anytime soon. It's just some little concept ideas. So there you have it. Should be awesome if they ever implement it, but for now, it's just a dream. But with all that said, let me know what you think down below, because your comments, I read them all, and I would love to see what you have to say. So we have a little bit of lag here, and we're taking the win with the Snorlax. A very long, drawn-out battle between Giratina and Snorlax. It always is. All right, so up against a Kyogre. We're going to go ahead and get into the commentary here now. And this Metagross, let's talk about it now. We talked about the team stuff. This Metagross, level freaking 48.5. Since we did get it to Best Buddy, I said it was like a level 44.5 in my last video, and I was calling it Melmetal. Forgive me, guys. Got my head. I need to find it over here. So we're going to be going for Earthquake and taking it out. I mean, you know, Metagross, it is a beast. If there was something you're going to invest in, this is the one. If you're up for PvP, I mean, this thing is good outside of it, right? But there's also a little strategy too. And just going to give you a little reminder. And that's the fact when these Pokemon that have Megas are released and you're catching their full evolved forms after raids, you're going to be getting some XL candy. You're going to be getting some nice candy. You could just potentially wait for them, and then you can get it like that instead of just trying to frantically get all these kilometers. And personally, what I need to do to top off my Metagross here is actually have a bunch of trades lined up, and we're going to be getting those going here, get a bunch of XL candies and finish this thing off and get it to 50. 100% IV, got it to Best Buddy last night. This thing is just an absolute complete monster. So definitely worth the investment here, and I love it. So up against Dialga, we're going to go straight for the Earthquake. And we're taking him out. We've used a shield here. In comes the Garchomp, and this is perfect. We're able to get to a Meteor Mash, expecting that shield. They're going to be farming a lot extra here, so they're going to be able to unleash whatever does come in after this thing. They're going to have to double shield, so this is even better. We do have that Dragonite in the back, but we still need to look out for Outrage. And I didn't want to swap because they could have potentially countered me with something back there, like, I don't know, a Togekiss, for instance. So we're just going to hold our ground, throw the Snorlax in here, and just absorb what they're going to throw at us. For the first one, it is a Sand Tomb, and I do believe we're going to actually take an Outrage to the face here. We may let this go through. Yes, we are, and it is going to almost take us out. We're going to swap here since shields are down. I figured this was going to be a Sand Tomb, but I just didn't want to risk it, and it is. And they're lowering our defense. In comes a Giratina, and so that was defense lowered, not attack. We're going to be still doing a ton to that thing. Getting a Dragon Claw through, a bunch of Dragon Breaths, and they're able to get to the charge move, which is going to be able to take us out. The Snorlax in the back with barely any health, folks. Can the Snorlax pull this off? It still has to take out the Garchomp, so I don't know about this one. Going for the Body Slam, taking out the Giratina, and licking down the Garchomp. Let's go. Gotta love it. Man, I love my Snorlax and my Dragonite. All of them are best buddied up. Well, not equipped, of course. The Metagross is going to be. So into the next match, we have a horrible lead with the Melmetal. We're going to go ahead and swap into our Metagross, and they're going into Giratina. Guess what? I just said all their names correctly, guys. I'm putting a sticker on my correct name saying chart over here, and I think that's like maybe only my 5th one. I better get on it. So let's not mess it up for this video here. Getting that Meteor Mash through. We're letting that Ominous go through. Beautiful. We didn't waste a shield. We're getting a shield out of them. Perfect. But what they're going to do is farm us down. That's okay because, well, we have Snorlax to throw in here and just absorb whatever they're going to throw at us. Unless it is a Dragon Pulse, and it is not. Haven't ran into one yet, so that is beautiful. Shadow Ball, absorb like nothing. We're able to gain some energy. In comes the Melmetal here. Let's see if they're going to throw a superpower. It is going to do quite a bit of damage to Snorlax. We are shielding up a Rock Slide, unfortunately, and we're going to be going straight for our superpower. Don't think that was the best idea. I should have gained some more energy first before doing that. So I'm going to try to catch a superpower on this Melmetal. and we catch a superpower. That was beautifully timed. In comes a Gyarados with Dragon Breath, so this is going to be somewhat threatening to me, seeing that our Dragon Breath is not doing super effective back, but they're also not getting stabbed, but it is tearing into us quite significantly here. I think we're going to absolutely let this go through and let the Snorlax take over. What we're going to do here is farm this thing down. Absolutely, we're going to let this go through because we do know that the Melmetal does have a superpower potentially ready to go. We have 2 superpowers. We are going to take this thing out here. First one, we're going to get a shield. The next one will connect and completely take it out. Fantastic, and that was beautifully done there. Sorry, not trying to toot my own horn, but that was a nice farm down and 2 superpowers at the end. Clean into the next battle here. We're met with a Dialga. Now, I back out of this match and go into my Metagross. Oh, better not mess up or I'm not getting that star. So they're swapping into me. Dragonite versus Dialga. It's not the best for Dragonite, but it is an XL, and I could have really put on the pressure if I would have just stayed in there. I'll do it next time. Just a little food for thought if you're in that situation here. So they're going to be throwing a punch. We're going to shield it up and farm down. So now they're going to maybe come back in. Oh, it's going to be a Kyogre, so we're going to go for Earthquake. I was going to say we'll be able to put on pressure to the Dialga. I was going to think they maybe want to farm us down, but they're going to be going in here with Kyogre. And letting that Earthquake go through is pretty awesome for us. And letting this go through, we still need to worry about the Dialga's charge move. So we're going to hold on to that shield for now. Go for a Body Slam. And we are getting a shield. So that's the first one out of them. And they're not going to be able to quick move us down, so they're throwing their energy here. Do believe we're going to go in here with Dragonite and start farming. They should swap instantly into their Dialga. There it goes. And this is the matchup. See, this is exactly why I say that I should probably have just stayed here, because it's still pretty good. That's a lot of damage. Dragon Breath is really digging into it, so there was really no need for me to swap there and give myself that disadvantage there. So getting that charge move through, using our last shield, going for the Dragon Claw here. And we're getting their last shield as well, swapping, and they take us out. I don't know what, I was just trying to fight till the end. I knew I wasn't going to win, but I was just, entertaining the fact that, they did a good job. So into the next battle, we have a Giratina and up against our Dragonite. This is a beautiful matchup for us here. Unless they do have a sneaky Dragon Pulse that they do get through, that is going to significantly kind of change this matchup here. So I think we do let this go through. All right, we're going to shield up an ominous win. Okay, that sucks. Now we're going to let a Shadow Ball go through. We're going to expect a shield again. All right, beautiful. They double shielded that and swapped into a Dialga. We're going to go ahead and go right into our Metagross here. And, well, they're going to probably go for a Draco here. I think I may shield this up. Yep. It's not very effective, but it's still going to hurt. I wanted to shield it up, build up extra energy, since they're going to be having to just sit out there and they don't have energy ready to go. That's a good opportunity for me to farm. Coming back in here with Kyogre, this is not the best situation, but since we do have energy, Earthquake is going to be doing quite a bit. Look at that. Beautiful. About 70% of that health there. Almost getting to a Meteor Mash. Unfortunately, we're not able to get it off. We still have a full Snorlax back here. Going in with Dragonite, they're swapping into their Giratina and locking themselves. And now we're going to be going in here with Snorlax and farming down. Beautiful. Ah, man, this is why Snorlax is so good right now, because of all of the Giratinas. It will not let you down. I haven't really been seeing too many Machamps. Really weird. So they have a bunch of energy ready to go. That's fine. And we're able to barely get to the Body Slam here. And we're going to take the win with Snorlax. Thanks, big boy. Moving on to the next battle here. Leading with Dragonite the entire time. Yes, it is my team. Yeah, I know we looked at this before, but folks, I'm having a little fun here. And I really appreciate the comments. I really do. Feedback is great. And some of you are saying that you appreciate me doing the Master League. And here's the thing about the Master League. I know the meta is very minimal. There's not too much to pick from. But I have these Pokemon. I have the resources to use them. And it's fun. And a lot of people can't really do it. And it's entertaining for them to watch, right? Because if you can't do something, sure, why not watch it? So anyways, we're up against that Melmetal. They're going to be swapping into their Mewtwo. We have to remember that Melmetal is loaded up on energy. And we're going to go ahead and swap into our Snorlax here just to start tearing into the Mewtwo as much as possible. We are not going to use a shield at all. Letting everything go through here. Beautiful. We're doing super effective with that lick damage. This Body Slam is going to hurt it quite a bit. Very nice. And we're still holding on to 2 shields here. Now I'm absolutely going to let this go through. Come back in here with the Metagross and simply farm down. And we're going to be looking perfect. And I think they keep going here. Let's see if they keep, yeah, coming back into a metal and just putting up a fight. Sounds good to me. We're going to let this go through. It is a rock slide. Beautiful. Getting some of that energy. And we're just going to go ahead and just keep throwing the Meteor Mash because we're in a good position here. Sure, we could have just taken him out with Earthquake, but that would have been a lot of energy if they did use that shield. And, you know, we still have 2 left. They're letting it go through. And, yep, you already know where this is going here. Superpower. And they built up a bunch of energy, so very nice on their end. And we're going to go ahead and use that final shield here and farming them down. In comes the Mewtwo and farming it down. Fantastic. Let's keep it moving here, folks. So I was thinking, you know what? That Dragonite Community Day would have been pretty good right about now. I don't know, Superpower would have just been fantastic. How often do you really go for Hurricane? It is absolutely useful for sure. But Superpower, my goodness, would have been so awesome. Yes, that was on the table if you're not aware. It was one of the Pokemon we could have voted for. But I wasn't actually, you know, on that one side. Man, I really should have. But it's not like I would have made a difference too much. The people had made up their mind. Yeah. So what else could be good on Dragonite? Let's just, you know, talk about this for a moment here. We're always going over the commentary. Oh, there's a Machamp. Oh, this is not going to be good for us. What else could be good on Dragonite? So you got Dragon Claw. That's what you would always want to keep. Dragon Breath as well. And then replacing Hurricane other than Superpower. I was talking about this on King's Post. He asked, what would you like on Pokemon? And I said Fire Punch. Fire Punch Dragonite, guys. What do you think about that one? Would be pretty stinking awesome. So you would just have your coverage for the Steel types. That would just be perfect, right? Yeah, who knows? Just some ideas there. And I will 100% use an Elite TM on this Dragonite if it ever was getting a community day for Dratini again. So, and what else was it for Blastoise or Sphere? Was it it? Was it that? Sounds pretty crazy. I mean, you would have done good up against Steel types, I suppose, but for the most part, Steel's you just go Hydro Cannon, right? So what would it really be good for, to be honest? Like, you kind of need Ice Beam, right? You know, the Dragons of Flyers and stuff like that to resist your... Oh, well, you know, Lapras. Yeah, okay. No, right, now we're brainstorming. Let's get back into the commentary here. So we're up against a Snorlax after a few Swapperoos. And we got a shield down. Almost to another Meteor Mash here. I do believe we let this go. Yeah, it's just a Body Slam. We're going to be getting to another one here. Do they want to use another shield on this thing? And nope, letting it go. And I do believe we actually shield this up here because we want to win the swap. And fantastic. Can we get to a Meteor Mash? Depends on what they bring in here. Oof, Gyarados. Yeah, I think we can do that. Beautiful. This is going to be resisted, but it's still going to be doing some decent damage. It always does. Look at that. Nice. Nice. Very good. So what we want to do is throw in the Dragonite because they do have a Melmetal in the front. And, well, you know, this is a better matchup for us. We're taking super effective from the Dragon Breath, but Aqua Tail's not very effective, and Crunch is really not doing too much. So we're going to go ahead and just, you know, bring this thing down here and do some damage to the Melmetal. Or they're going to go ahead and throw their energy. I think I didn't really mind this. I was kind of expecting that. So that's great. Coming back in here with the Snorlax. And, oof, this is going to be a pretty close one. So, throwing a Rock Slide, we're calling it. Now, I do believe we will survive a Superpower in this range, barely get KO'd. Another Rock Slide. Oh, boy. So, we just need to get the shield. If we can get the shield, we might be able to win this. I don't know, folks. What do you think? It's going to be a close one. And we are taking the loss here. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Take care, traders.